Alright, if you've ever thought about creating your own YouTube channel, then this is the video for you. I'm going to be telling you guys what it's been like being on YouTube for 1 year. So, if that sounds interesting to you, let's get into it. If you're anything like me, you've seen YouTubers that are making millions of dollars, doing crazy things. They're pretty much just doing what they enjoy, and they're making money from it. And you're like, oh, I want a piece of this. So you think to yourself, let's start a YouTube channel. But then reality sets in and you kind of think to yourself, nah, that's not really for me. Well, a year ago, I kind of finally defeated that and said, you know what? Who cares? I'm gonna give it a shot and see what it's like. So I created a YouTube channel. I was feeling pretty much the same way about a year ago. Wasn't really sure if this was for me, if I was actually gonna be able to do it. And I was actually watching a video by Think Media, Cannell, and he just said, you know what, you just gotta post your first video. You just gotta do it. So sure enough, I just posted my first video. It was horrible. I don't recommend you going to watch it. I was actually just working on the truck here, and terrible video. I mean, there was no intro. I didn't say anything. There was just no talking throughout the whole video. I just was working on my truck, and I just posted the first video. And like I said, it was horrible. But it just got me in the process of, okay, upload a video, make a title, create a thumbnail, put a little description and everything. And everything I did wrong, and what I've learned so far, everything I did for that video was horribly wrong. And it got like 20 views, probably all family members or people I shared it with or people that knew me shared it with. But again, it got me started. And from there, the second one was easier, the third one was even easier. See it everywhere. The hardest step a lot of times is just starting. And once I made that first video, well, then I was encouraged to make a second video. I was like, I have to make a second video. The first one did terrible. I gotta do better. I gotta get more than 20 views. I gotta get 30 views this time. Sure enough, I kept creating videos and grew a little bit. We'll get into the analytics a little bit, but that was pretty much how I just got started. I just did it. Just start. That's my recommendation. If you don't watch any of the rest of the video, just start right now. Literally take a horrible video, make a little how-to video with your phone, and then just put it on YouTube and see what happens. See what happens from there. See if you make next steps. And you know what? If you don't like it, then go do something different, and that's fine. Go try something different. Why not? So that's pretty much how I got started. You definitely learn along the way, but I really just dropped the first video, and the rest was kind of learning. So that's enough motivational talk for now. Let's get into some of the nitty-gritties and the channel analytics. So the subscriber count, the watch time, all that kind of stuff that you're probably here to look for. Alright, so before we get into all the numbers, I just want to have you understand that I'm not trying to act as if I'm an expert at any of these YouTube analytics. I just want to show you how I've done after a year, just so you can get a realistic approach with some realistic numbers on somebody that's just kind of an average channel, didn't explode, but also saw, some success. All right, so let's just get right into it. So we're here on the YouTube Studio homepage. You can see here 236 subscribers, so that's currently where I'm at now. In the last 28 days, we've seen 4.5 thousand views and 252, which the green arrow is telling you it's up for the month, essentially. So you can see the typical range for a month there for what I've seen. But this just kind of gives you a general brief overview. You got some of your videos. This is your latest video and how it's doing. And then it shows some of your top videos, just scrolling down. Some of your latest comments and any responses you've had to that. All right, but then if we go over to content, we can see all my videos. You can see here we got a range of success. Some videos, not super successful. Some getting, around 100, 200 here, 700 almost here. This is my most successful so far, 9,645 over about a half a year there. But then we'll go over to some analytics so that you can see this. There is a ton of information. I want you to understand there is so much information that YouTube provides to you.
it's overwhelming. And don't get too lost in it, because it's really easy. I look at it all the time, and it's very easy to just get lost in so many different metrics that YouTube shows. Even as a, like, right off the gate creator on YouTube, you get so much information, and then once you get monetized, I'm sure there's even a whole nother level of information that you can see. But here you can see, yes, we got 4,500 views in the last 28 days, and it shows you kind of a graph, which personally, being that I'm an engineer, I love to see the graphs. It's just kind of fun to see over time. Again, look at this. Just look how ridiculous, how many you can go by video, you can filter, you can change, you know, based on the traffic source, you can select all different metrics. Just don't get too caught up in it. And let me just show you over the lifetime of my channel, because when you're looking so nitpicky, it gets very confusing. All right, so this here shows my watch time over time. So this gives you a picture on how my success was. The first couple months was so slow, was so dry. I had fun making the videos, but they just didn't get promoted. And I think that's largely just because YouTube doesn't know how to recommend your stuff to people. They don't know what kind of content, they don't know who's watching your stuff. So I just encourage people, when they make their first 10, 20 videos, whatever it may be, you may not see success right away, and just don't give up initially. Give it some time, because after a year, you can see here I'm seeing a lot greater growth. But then I also want to show you that watch time, as we kind of saw that steady increase, that also corresponded with my subscriber count. So it's been a steady increase. Let's actually go to lifetime here. Yeah, this shows a lot better. So, you know, those first couple months, didn't have a total watch time, didn't have a lot of viewers at all, and then my subscribers kind of followed that. The first 30 were, again, probably just like family members and such. Really slow up until, I mean, it was 9 months into it almost that we saw our first 100. So our first 100 came February 19th, okay? And in just a couple more months, I've over doubled that. So it's interesting to see, and you can see very easily from the graph that it's not linear. So here you can see some of my more successful videos when I started, and then some of these crazy videos. So this blue and orange has had kind of some consistent success. Those are my toolbox videos for my truck. But then the green video, you can see here, it strikes kind of a hard spike here. So that one had kind of a accelerated growth, and then it's kind of dropped off and kind of maintained the same level as those blue and orange. So those videos have done me a lot of good. You can see your total views for each video. So I am total 29,333 views overall, with a total watch time of 1,680 hours. That is crazy to me. I mean, honestly, that is crazy. When I made this YouTube channel, and I was originally just getting like 50, views, this and that, I was like, maybe a couple hundred hours, and even that was mind-blowing. And I'm at 1,600 in 1 year with no experience with YouTube. I am blown away by that, and it's so cool to see. You can see how many people have subscribed to you per video. So like this epoxy river coaster gained me almost half my subscribers, which is kind of crazy. Maybe that indicates that maybe they want to see some more epoxy videos, which I haven't come out with recently. So you can kind of direct your content based on these things, but again, don't get too lost in it, because it can be very easy. But one thing I did find kind of helpful was traffic source. Well, how are people actually getting to your videos? And that's kind of nice to know. So you can see here, YouTube search. Just from searching, that's kind of my number one. So people are searching something, and based on my title and description and all that, and all my tags and everything, that's leading people to my videos. Browse feature, so that's just people just coming across it because YouTube's recommending it to them. Suggested videos, again, they watched a similar video, so it's suggesting this video to them. Channel pages, so somebody actually went to my channel and clicked on a video. External, so this is whether I sent it to people or somebody shared it, or maybe I left a link on Instagram or Pinterest that somebody followed, and that's how they got to it. So there's a lot of different ways that people can actually get to your videos, but it's kind of nice to know how that's happening, so that you know kind of where to steer your efforts once you're in it for a little bit. Again, don't make one video and then just all of a sudden be like, oh, everyone's seeing my stuff on Instagram, I need to go hard on Instagram. You know, you don't necessarily know. For the first year, I've experimented. I've tried a lot of different things. I've put a lot of promotion on Instagram, or I've spent a lot of time putting stuff on Pinterest, or I've changed my titles, and these analytics are kind of feedback as to how that's working, which is nice to get. But again, so easy to get lost. All right, so if you have more questions specifically, either leave a comment down below and I'll try to answer them about these analytics, or there's tons of videos on YouTube that explore this a lot further detail, that have a lot more expertise than I do. So go check those out if you're interested. But I just wanted to show, I'm an open book, so I don't care to show these things if people want to see them.
My mind is a minefield.
So I hope those insights into the analytics of YouTube were helpful for you if you're just now getting started with YouTube. In editing this video, I noticed that it was getting a little bit long, so I'm gonna cut it here. I was gonna get into talking about some of the gear that I use to film the videos, and if that's of interest, be on the lookout for another video, and leave a comment down on maybe some questions that you have on what gear that I use and things that I've learned kind of in this last year of filming. I hope you gain some information and some knowledge as to creating a YouTube channel, and maybe just some motivation to go make your own channel. If you've made it this far, you're clearly interested in it, and I honestly recommend you just go start a YouTube channel and learn as you go. I do appreciate you for watching the video. I hope you gained some value out of it. If you did, leave a comment down below on something maybe that you learned and that I shared with you and that was actually valuable. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.